Well, franchising is a good investment because really you think of three pillars in franchising. First, there is the brand name. And as you think about brand names tend to conjure up a certain amount of quality, service. Maybe you think of some iconic brands that you've been associated with, or their products or services that you invest in. So when you think of a franchise, you think of a brand name. And when a franchisee makes an investment into a franchise, they automatically become part of the successful history of that brand name. So it's a much a bigger situation than if you were just to hang your shingle outside of your door and do this individually. Franchising is a good investment because it provides a proven operating system. What a franchisor has done is institutionalize the end user buying experience and made that a repeatable and a duplicatable process. So when you as a franchise investor invest in a franchise, you're getting a proven operating system. You don't need to go figure it out yourself. That's what the franchisor has done. It's a proven operating system to get and keep clients, and it's a proven operating system for you to be successful and meet your income, lifestyle, wealth, and equity goals. And really, the third pillar in franchising is the ongoing training and support. If you were to start a business yourself or invest in an independent business, you wouldn't have that team of individuals that is there really to support you. And you know, that team is a good word in franchising. There's an acronym for team, and that is together everyone achieves more. And nowhere is that more true than in a franchise when you have an entire team of people whose sole purpose is to make you successful. Because there's never been a successful franchisor without successful franchisees. So being part of a franchise system, you're going to get initial training, you're going to get somebody that's dedicated to help you ramp up your business and help you be successful. So oftentimes they say when you're in franchising, you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. Well, Patrice & Associates is a unique franchise model for a number of different reasons. Number one, we're in an industry sector that has had exponential growth over the last 5 years. And certainly as you're looking at investing in a business, you want to look at where that industry is now and where the industry is going in the future. We're in the unique spot of being in two industries, in the recruiting and staffing industry and also in the hospitality industry. And certainly the hospitality industry has experienced explosive growth over the last few years and is projected to be one of the top 5 service sector industries through 2020. Clearly, when every month when the unemployment numbers come out, whether they are great numbers or lackluster numbers, there's one sector, one industry sector that is always adding jobs and growing, and that's the hospitality industry. So we're in a strong industry, and our prospects for the future are strong as well. Secondarily, when you compare our business model against other business models, one of the biggest questions that people have when they're looking at investing in a business, in a franchise, is what happens if I don't get customers? Or when am I going to get customers? And that piece is solved with Patrice & Associates, because what we have done is negotiate national accounts and regional accounts with companies like Cheesecake Factory, Applebee's, Panera, Taco Bell, KFC. And as a new franchisee coming into our business, when you turn on the computer day one, you have more than 500 open job orders to work. Now, these aren't just leads. These are actual orders where the clients have outsourced the hiring of their salaried managers to us. And that does a few things for you. Number one, it allows you to cash flow your business very quickly. We have franchisees that are, cash flowing their business weeks out of training because they already have the accounts, and we train them on how to go out and recruit the individuals. Number two, it gives you a faster runway to profitability because there's already built-in clients. Now, certainly we teach you on how to go out and develop your own clients, and we encourage you to do that. And we have many franchisees doing that in the very early stages of their business. But the fact that we provide clients to franchisees certainly provides a faster runway than any other business that likely doesn't do that. There are some franchisors that say they provide leads to franchisees, and some do, but how warm those leads are oftentimes questionable at best. The thing to keep in mind about Patrice & Associates is that these aren't just leads. These are actual clients and actual orders that they have given us. So it's a big differentiator for us. Certainly some of the things like our training and our support and the level of commitment that we place to onboarding our franchisees make us unique among the franchise world. But those are probably the key things from just comparing a franchise business model or our franchise business model to another one. As it compares to the staffing industry, Patrice & Associates is unique for a couple of reasons. Number one, we are in the permanent placement side of the staffing industry. Recruiting, direct hire, there are many names for it. Essentially, we're placing salaried managers in hotels, restaurants, and casinos. So they become their employees at those establishments. It is a clean, white-collar, professional, no inventory business. So for many people, that is very appealing, particularly, if their background, they came from a professional or an executive kind of an environment. The other thing that's unique about the type of staffing that we're doing is we're doing it in a niche industry, in the hospitality industry. And one of the things that's important to know about the staffing or about the hospitality industry is it is consistently growing. The hospitality industry is projected to be one of the top service sector industries through 2020. And in addition to that, it is probably the only industry sector that every single month is adding jobs. So when the unemployment numbers come out, whether they're great numbers or whether they're lackluster numbers, if you drill into the specifics, you're going to see the leisure and the hospitality industry is growing, and specifically the food and beverage sector of leisure and hospitality is adding jobs every month. The restaurant sector employs over 14 million people. So in addition to the 14 million people that are employed every day in the restaurant industry who are changing jobs, and turnover is high in that industry, which is not so good for the employer, but it's good for us as a supplier to that industry, it's also creating new jobs every single month. So that when you compare our staffing company versus other staffing companies, you're in a professional, clean, white-collar, no-inventory business. You're in an industry sector that is growing. You're in a niche industry which is projected to grow through 2020. So when you look at a business model that is recession-resistant, certainly in comparison to other staffing models, our business model has all those key differentiators which makes us recession resistant and also creates an incredible opportunity for franchisees and franchise investors to experience income, lifestyle, wealth, and equity, which is essentially what everyone is looking for. I think the biggest surprise about the Patrice & Associates model is that we have multiple different models available. We're not just a work-from-home concept. We certainly have individuals who are interested in working from their home, and for whatever reasons that are important in their lifestyle, perhaps they're a stay-at-home mom or a stay-at-home dad, and you want to drop their kid off at the bus stop in the morning and pick them up and have a business that fits their lifestyle. We have a model for that. We also have a very successful bricks and mortar model where if you're someone that wants to build a business and have a team of recruiters, and perhaps even be a sales manager if you don't want to work a desk yourself and develop and recruit. You can hire recruiters that work for you, and you can be a sales manager and manage those folks and have a team of people that are coming to work every day, recruiters that are coming to work, building and developing relationships in your community. So we have the bricks and mortar model in addition to the home-based model. And also we now have a regional developer model, which allows someone to not only operate a single unit, but it gives them the ability to develop approximately 25 territories and really be a mentor and a coach. And for many people coming out of, again, an executive environment that have leadership and management skills, the regional developer model is appealing to them. So the biggest surprise for many individuals is that we're not pigeonholed into just one area. We're a very scalable business. We have the home-based model, we have the bricks and mortar model, and we have the regional developer model. Well, our ideal franchise candidate is really somebody that wants to build a business. We're looking for people with sales ability or sales background. Now that doesn't mean that they've had the title of salesperson, but it means they have sales ability. In our business, you have to be able to develop relationships. That means you have to be able to pick up the phone and make 25 or 30 recruiting calls a day and talk to people that you don't know. And typically people who have a sales background or have sales ability are a little bit more comfortable doing that. So we're looking for individuals that do have that sales ability or that sales background, because they themselves are going to be recruiting and operating a desk, or they're going to be leading a team of people who will be doing that. So that would be someone that would be our ideal candidate. It's also someone that wants to make a difference. You know, what we do, if you really think about it, we're helping to change people's lives. There's a lot of ways to make money in this world, and there's a lot of great franchise investments that are out there. Certainly we all need to get our hair cut, and we all like to go have that ice cream or that smoothie. But think about what we do at Patrice & Associates, who the end user of our service is. We're really changing people's lives by not just helping them find a different job, but by finding a career. So if you take, for example, a mom or a dad that might be working 60, 70 hours a week and maybe doesn't have the quality time that they need with their family, by working with Patrice & Associates, we can provide them a career opportunity that gives them better benefits and has a better lifestyle. That makes a huge difference in their lives. So if you're someone that wants to give back to your community, if you want to be providing a service that makes a difference in the world, those are the kinds of people that are our ideal candidates. People who want to build a business, but they want to do something that they can feel good about at the end of the day. The kind of individuals that are interested in the RD model are generally people that would not be interested in just a single territory alone. They want to build something bigger. Maybe they envision themselves as being the president of their own region or really developing a larger territory in the country. It's someone that's interested in building a team of individuals. Typically, those are individuals that come from an executive background, a leadership background, have strong leadership and management skills, and want to build a little bit larger slice of the pie. They have some pretty big goals as far as their income, lifestyle, wealth, and equity is concerned. And they also like the idea of developing and mentoring people. Typically, regional developers are people that not only want to operate a unit themselves and want to have that ability to be able to operate a successful business and get cash flow off of that, which we have in our regional developer model, but they also like the idea of mentoring and developing people and seeing something larger develop. So those are typically the kind of individuals that fit well into our regional developer model. We're really looking for somebody that we want to be an extension of our leadership team. We consider our regional developers as an extension of our leadership team. They participate with us in the strategic planning of the organization. They're our boots on the ground. They're helping provide that level of support to our franchisees. For us, the infrastructure of the organization and how we've chosen to grow is through that regional developer model, and we see them basically being a liaison between the international headquarters, our franchisees, and our clients. So they serve a very important role. So the kinds of individuals that are attracted to that are typically people that have had similar kinds of roles in their corporate background as well. You know, our core values are very important to our organization on a number of different levels. First of all, our core values are respect, excellence, service, and teamwork. And they play an important role in how we treat each other at our corporate headquarters, how we work with our franchisees, and the franchisees that we bring on board. Because the core values manifest themselves in actually how we work with our candidates and how we work with our clients. So virtually every decision that is made at Patrice & Associates, the underlying theme of that decision is how does this compare, or is this in alignment with our core values? From when we hire somebody at our corporate headquarters, from when we bring a new franchisee on board, and what we talk about in training in terms of the role that we want to play. You know, in the recruiting and the staffing industry, we can't always help everyone. But we always want to treat everybody with dignity and respect the way we would want to be treated. Because we want people to remember, if we couldn't help them find a job, we want them to remember how we treated them, because you never know who they might refer us to, another candidate, another potential client. We even have a site that is designed to help people improve their resume and improve their ability to get a job if we can't help them. So our core values really affect every single aspect of our life at Patrice & Associates, and we use it as a fundamental tool in making decisions about the company. You know, I'm very proud of the franchisees that we have at Patrice & Associates for a number of different reasons. They all come from very different backgrounds, but they have one thing in common, and that is they really care about people. You know, this isn't the kind of business that you can pretend or use the term fake it until you make it. You really have to be a genuine person and really want to help people to be successful in our business. And I'm very proud of the work that they have done. We get letters every day into our corporate headquarters. We have testimonials that are posted on our site from the candidates that we have helped. We get emails from clients who say, you know, you guys do what other recruiting firms say they do and don't, and that is you actually make recruiting calls and you find the top A-level talent. So we have a very diverse franchise network of professional individuals that are dedicated to providing outstanding service in alignment with our core values to our client companies and to treating our candidates the way we would want to be treated ourselves. So I'm very proud of the team that we have built. When other individuals are looking at investing in Patrice & Associates and they're making validation calls, one of the things that they notice about our franchise organization is that we are really a team. And some of the comments that I hear is, I talked to this individual and they said, hey, if you come on board, I'm here to help you. I'll be happy to help you get your business ramped up. And that just doesn't happen in all franchise organizations. It doesn't happen by accident at Patrice & Associates. It's because of our core values and the things that we say that were important in giving back to the team. So not only am I proud of them for the work that they're doing with their candidates and their clients, for the way in which they give back to the team, and they truly believe that a rising tide raises all ships. We're very proud of the training and the onboarding process at Patrice & Associates, and it is by far head and shoulders above any other franchise organization. At Patrice & Associates, it's not about just collecting a check to us. We want to help you be successful, and we are dedicated to doing that. That's why we have a very structured onboarding program. You have about 90 to 120 days when you start a business or launch a business to get it off on the right foot and moving in the right direction. So we have put our training and onboarding program on steroids to really make sure that we're providing that support. We have a pre-training process which prepares people to come to the training academy. We have a 2-week training academy at our corporate headquarters where the first week is a classroom environment that's based on sound adult learning theory. There are phone labs and breakout sessions where people are actually beginning to deal with real candidates and real clients from the very first few days of training. We have a second week of training at our affiliate office, which is a prototype office at our headquarters where they're actually working side by side with successful recruiters. They're making a call. They're listening to them make a call. They have the ability to work in a real office environment for a week in a real-time basis to get their questions answered. So by the time they leave just the initial training, they're prepared to service our candidates and service our clients. But we don't stop there. We have a 90-day onboarding mentoring program where we assign a mentor to